everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Broncos going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. First and 10, it's Lynch. And his first look is incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw is Lynch. And that is incomplete. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting mix of tackling ability and coverage skills.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On 3rd down, Lynch. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for the tailback, Roddy Hillman. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there, wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Durant in there to get him for a loss of 5. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Let's go! Green! Go! That's it now, Barney! Here we go now! Green, 39! Green, 39!
The play clock's running down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's Lynch. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down following the run. Lynch looking to throw on second. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Cowboys offense marches onto the field, and for them, I think the biggest story this preseason, maybe the biggest preseason story across the league, has been Dak Prescott.
It wasn't that long ago, during the preseason, we were discussing about what Dallas would do for a backup quarterback behind Tony Romo. Would they go out and get a veteran? Would they have to make a trade? Instead, now, we're just talking about Dak Prescott looking like he solidified himself as the number 2 guy.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. On second down, here's Romo. And here's the first NFL reception for the rookie Ezekiel Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Now Romo, out left side here to Bryant. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4th.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Get ready. 11. Switch. Under. Over. 41.
They're going to go for it. It's Romo. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Ronnie Hillman there, the man he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd and 10. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. It's Lynch again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Virgil Green from 19 yards away. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now, because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Get ready. Single receiver. Hey, you're in an over.
And the back goes into motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Romo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st down, it's Romo. And Beasley with it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. 3 yards remaining here on second down. Shift together here from the D-line.
54, safety
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Romo.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. Orange 80. 59. He's checking. Crash. Hey, kill. Get ready. 30 seconds.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
50.
They go to Elliott again. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school, and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
50.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
Under 50.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's the fullback taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
Partner, now that we got a quick break in the action, I've got to get this one in. Trey Kirkpatrick of the Bengals goes to a recent practice session. Now, it wasn't at their facility, right? They went to a high school.
Yeah, West Carrollton High School outside of Dayton. Forgot his shoe.
He forgot his cleats?
And one of the players on that high school team had a size 13. Now, Kirkpatrick wears size 12. But he said it fit perfectly, got him through the practice.
He couldn't be real picky about the whole thing, right? I mean, 12, 13. He was fortunate
he was able to practice.
The kid has a 13.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Fourth down, here's Lynch. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
All right, well, we've got a minute here. Let's talk about injuries because preseason it can alter a team's fate. Let's start with the good stuff, though. Rashad Perryman of the Ravens, Tom Hawley of the Chiefs, both of them off with the PUP.
Yeah, they're off. Unfortunately, Vontae Davis, Colts corner, got injured. Dion Lewis with a knee. And then the Bears' Jeremy Langford also had an injury. So it's kind of the yin and the yang of preseason injuries we always see.
Everyone has to adjust and has to find a way to overcome those injuries. What do you say we end on an up note, though?
All right, what do you got?
Victor Cruz of the Giants.
Yeah.
All right, since that knee injury, calf injury in last season, maybe we'll get to see him back on the field in the regular season. He's back at practice.
Second down following the incompletion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second and 10. Romo once more. Caught left side. Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 3rd and 2. It's Romo. Bryant with a catch right side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead now, they're not close to the 1st down.
Here we go on 4th. Romo. He completes it to Bryant. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
To throw on 2nd down is Romo. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo, complete to Jason Witten. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And another reception by Jason Witten, all reliable for Tony Romo. You know what they say, partner. Once you get your first 1,000 catches, it's all gravy after that.
Yeah, one of 2 tight ends. He and Tony Gonzalez in the 1,000-catch club in the tight end department. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st down, it's Romo. It's caught by Bryant. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender, but in this case, he didn't get that far away.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, here's Romo. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Way back at the 19 now. What do they have here on 3rd and goal? 3rd and long here. It's Romo escaping the pressure right. Bryant with a catch right side. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Now it's Lynch. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Let's go. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. A handoff, Ronnie Hillman. And some room to work. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
They keep it on the ground. Hillman. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Time running out here on the play clock. Now it's Lynch. And he hits his man on the out route, Demaryius Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll give the Broncos a 1st down.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
They'll throw on 1st down with Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They come out here in the eye. Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. Green's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run with Thompson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll try and run for the 1st with Hillman. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessary.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 4th quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Hillman again, a 1st down carry. And he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run here with Hillman. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go. 3-19.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, Ronnie Hillman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go.
Here we go. Green 39.
They come out here in the eye.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! Let's go, baby. Let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Paxton Lynch, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos are in for 6.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown, and so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Lynch down to a knee, and that should just about do it. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. What a hard-fought, low-scoring game. A tough one to lose always, partner.
For the losing team, not beautiful. But for the winning team, that's almost textbook old-school football. And you know I loved it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.